So one of the biggest complaints I hear men making about their long hair is that it's annoying and it's unmanageable and they don't know what to do with it or what products to use to achieve their desired look. And it's a very common complaint I get in my men's grooming app, Mannered Manes, which you should go download if you're on your hair or beard growth journey. So in this video, I'm gonna go over the 3 most common causes of what guys complain about, these annoying hair nuisances, and what you can do to fix each one. The first annoying problem is frizz. Now, frizz is kind of a catch-all term for flyaways or for dry hair, and it can mean a bunch of different things for different people. For example, you could have coarse hair and it's really poofy, it just comes off as dry and frizzy, or you could have fine textured hair like I have, something that's lightweight, but then you have all these flyaways at the top of your hair because you walked around in the humidity for 5 minutes. So what's actually happening when we talk about dry hair or frizz? Well, most likely it's that your hair needs hydration. But not only that, the hydration needs to be sealed in. And that part is where most guys miss the mark. It's easy to hydrate your hair. You just add water. But most guys fail to seal it in. So when we think about moisturizing hair, I want you to remember an acronym, WHEO. Now this stands for water, humectants, emollients, and occlusives. So water is what hydrates your hair. And when your hair retains water, it doesn't feel dry. Believe it or not, hair oils and serums do not hydrate your hair. Although they do play a role in the moisturizing and conditioning process, the problem is that a lot of people have damaged cuticles or high porosity hair, and the water escapes, leaving their hair with that dull and non-shiny, poofy, frizzy mess. So how do you fix this? Well, you want to lock in the water with the HEO. That is the humectants, which sort of function as a water retainer. Humectants help absorb moisture from the air around you to hold the hydration in place. A common humectant is an ingredient like glycerin or aloe vera. And then we want to add emollients and occlusives. Now, emollients soften and shine the hair, while occlusives seal and heal that cuticle, preventing the hydration from escaping. So this is how you fight frizz. This is how you keep your hair looking soft and shiny and healthy. And the good news is most leave-in products contain all of these HEO ingredients you need. So when you wash and condition your hair, it's super helpful to add at least one more product as a leave-in to accomplish that HEO part. And then how heavy that leave-in product is or how lightweight is all going to depend on your hair type. For example, my favorite frizz fighting products are from JVN, who's also the sponsor of this video. But they're my all-time favorite because they have a silicone-free, biodegradable, sort of cutting-edge ingredient called hemisqualane. And it functions as the emollient and the occlusive, and it softens and it seals and heals the cuticle just as well as silicones do, while also being better for the environment and not building up in your hair. One of the reasons I love them, they also have all aluminum or glass packaging or recyclable plastic, which I love as well. So if you have a coarse, puffy, frizzy mess, I strongly suggest you use their recovery serum. It's a little bit heavier of a product, which is good for coarse hair. You need that, but it also has glycerin for the humectant and farnesene, which is the cosmetic name for hemisqualane, which accomplishes the emollient and occlusive magic. It also has a lot of other magical ingredients to help give your hair nutrients and vitamins. If you have fine textured hair, like me, you probably don't want to use something this heavy. I'd recommend the JVN Conditioning Mist as an alternative. It's a lightweight mist version of the recovery serum, and it has all the HEO ingredients in mist form without weighing your hair down. It's my go-to frizz fighter. I actually have some in my hair right now, I think, and it's still doing pretty well. And if you want to add any additional occlusive magic, I'd recommend the Nourishing Shine Drops as the way to go. You can find these products in 2 of their different holiday sets. One is called the Deep Hydration Set, the other is called the Hair Repair Set. So both contain dry hair fighting products, and I recommend looking at one of these sets, at least if you struggle with dry or frizzy hair, because it's much cheaper than buying all these ingredients separately. And they also make great gifts for friends or family or loved ones. So annoying hair nuisance number 2 is dandruff. So usually when a guy complains about dandruff, it's one of 2 things happening. It's either dry white flakes from a dry scalp or larger oily yellowish flakes from a fungal imbalance. But either way, he notices flakes on his scalp and immediately reaches for the Head and Shoulders, the medicated shampoo. Don't do this just yet for 2 reasons. First, it might just be a dry scalp, in which case a medicated shampoo isn't needed anyways. You just need to moisturize your scalp. Secondly, let's say it is a fungal imbalance like seborrheic dermatitis that needs a medicated application. You're going to want to use something that stays on your scalp to fight it. Most guys rinse their shampoo off of their hair after about 60 seconds, which isn't enough time for that medication to absorb into the scalp and fight that fungus. So unless you leave the shampoo in your hair for 5-6 minutes, you're better off using a medicated scalp toner or a cream application from the dermatologist or something like that. But anyways, I'm not here to prescribe you anything. I'm not a doctor. Let's talk about the first cause of dandruff, which is the dry scalp. And this is a really common one. So the main solution to this is basically to moisturize your scalp. And you can do this by changing your shampoo to something much more gentle, something sulfate-free. So all the JVN shampoos are sulfate-free, like their Embody, which is the one I use. You can also use their Nurture shampoos. And they also offer something really cool, which is this pre-wash scalp oil. And this helps to loosen a lot of that dead skin before you shampoo, give your scalp some moisture and protection, and then you can rinse it off with that sulfate-free shampoo. So the solution to dry scalp dandruff is about 15 minutes before you shampoo, apply some of this pre-wash scalp oil, let it absorb, let it soak in. Then you can shampoo any excess out with that sulfate-free gentle shampoo that won't further dry out your scalp. So sort of annoying nuisance struggle that guys deal with. Number 3 is sort of the opposite of the first one, which is like poofy hair. And this is your hair is just flat and boring, and maybe you don't know how to give it volume. So the solution to this is pretty simple. You need lightweight volumizing products. Again, my favorite is the Big Hair Energy Set from JVN. It has the whole Embody line in it. That's what I use. I love their Embody shampoo, conditioner, and I use their conditioning mist as well. The reason I love it is because it's lightweight, it plumps your hair strands to help give fine hair some thickness. And another trick that you can try is to apply some volumizing mousse to your scalp and to your roots, and then flip your hair upside down and blow dry your roots. And that will also help apply some volume to this area right here, and it'll help your hair appear fuller and thicker as well. So those are the 3 most annoying issues I see guys struggling with. I hope this video was helpful. Don't forget to check out the JVN holiday sets and all their products that I mentioned. I'll link to them all in the description, and I will see you guys in the next video.